Hey, how y'all doing out there? I'm back again with another video. Today I'd like to do my unboxing and first quick impressions of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. Now this was released in 2020 of last year. This is Samsung's top tier tab device as of now. Of course, the S7, the S8 Plus will be coming out sometime this year. But right now, this is the top Android tablet on the market right now. All right, so let's get the specs out of the way real quick. So we're dealing with here with a display. You're dealing with a 12.4-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display with HDR10 Plus and 120 hertz refresh rate. That's awesome. Now, when we talk about the build quality, you have glass in the front, an aluminum back, and an aluminum frame. With the chipset, you're dealing with the Snapdragon 865 Plus with the Adreno 650 GPU, and it's currently running on Android 11 and One UI 3.1. This tablet is also upgradable to Android 13 with 4 years of security updates. So this device is going to be good for quite some time. It has expandable storage up to 1 terabyte, which is very, very important to me because Samsung seems to be eliminating expandable storage on their smartphones. So at least the Tab, as of right now, still has it. I don't know about what the S8 is going to entail, but at least this has expandable storage. You're getting 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of internal storage, and you're getting quad stereo speakers tuned by AKG. You're getting in-display fingerprint sensor, which is something that I didn't have on the S4, the Tab S4. I had an iris sensor. So it's cool that it has a fingerprint sensor. I was kind of missing that. You're also getting Samsung DeX. You're getting edge panels, Samsung Pass. With the battery, you're getting the 10,090 milliamp battery that features 45 watt super fast charging, face unlock. You're getting the S Pen with all its features, secure folder. And with the cameras, you're getting dual cameras on the rear, 13 megapixel wide and a 5 megapixel ultra wide. Shoots at 4K at 30 frames per second and 1080p at 30 frames per second, and also at 720p at 30 frames per second. With the selfie camera, you got an 8 megapixel wide that shoots at 1080p at 30 frames per second. Now, what's missing for me? No iris sensor. That's something that my S4 had, which I miss because I like the iris sensor. Reminds me of the Note 9. No headphone jack, which is something I did have on the S4, which I always love headphone jacks on devices. No 45 watt charger in the box, which is very disappointing. Like, they put a 15 watt fast charger in the box. Like, that's crazy, and it could charge 45 watts. So luckily for me, I have a 45 watt charger, so it's not a big deal. But that's something that should have been in the box. Why give it the capability of charging 45 watts and you don't put it in the box? Why would you put something that was drastically slower? It doesn't make any sense, especially when you're paying anywhere between, I think this device was $850 when it first came out. Of course, it's not that much now. $850 and I can't get a 45 watt fast charger? I don't like that at all. No NFC, no case. Now, they didn't have to put a big time expensive case in there, but they could have put a little cheap case in there, just for you to keep your tab safe. I mean, $850, you add tax to that, you're looking at over $900 for this device, and you can't even put a case in the box. I don't like that. And no S Pen replacement tips, because there are people that's going to use the S Pen a lot, and you're going to need to replace the tips. Now, I don't know why they couldn't just put those in there, but I don't like that either. But those are all the specs. Those are all out of the way. So let's take it out of the box. I already had, been in here already just to save some time. Here's your tablet. Now, this is a big tablet. Much bigger than my S4. And what you get here, you get the S Pen. You get your charger. You get your paperwork in here. And you get your USB power cord in here for the charging brick. All right, so we're gonna move this out of the way. So here we go. The big Samsung Galaxy S7 Plus tablet. This thing is huge compared to my S4. Now, it does get some fingerprints on the back. Let me wipe those down a little bit because my hands had lotion on them, so they probably won't really go away like that, but it's all right. I would have preferred a glass back, but it's cool. So this is where you're going to put the S Pen. It sticks on there magnetically. Let me show you that real quick. So all you do is sit it right on there, and it stays on there. See? Doesn't even move. So that's cool. But I'll be honest. I wish it was more indented into the back so you won't have to worry about it falling off. Now, I'm not saying falling off like this, but just when you're handling it, it could easily fall out. So I wish it had something indentured where it sunk into the device, where it was more flat, so it wouldn't be so easily, knocked off. But this is cool that it does that. Also, with the S Pen, you could put it on top of the device, and it'll stay up there. That'll magnetize it. Let me see if I hit the spot. Whoops. I know I've seen. Okay. So now you can sit the S Pen on the top of the device too. So that's cool too. But I wish it was more so, indented into the back where you could sit it inside, almost like putting it inside the device. Now, it would have been great if it was inside the device altogether, but then again, it wouldn't have been this big. So they did what they did. All right, so let's take a look around real quick. Like you said, you got the aluminum back. It's really nice. You got your branding here, AKG tuned. You got a speaker here. You got a speaker here. You got 4 speakers on this device. You got the power button, volume rockers. You got your SIM slot right there. Not SIM slot. Well, SIM slot, but also expandable memory. And of course, you got your 2 speakers on this end and your USB Type-C slot. So, I'm gonna double tap. Now, the fingerprint sensor was working great earlier, but now it seems like it's giving me a problem. So, hold on a second. Put in my code. All right. So, as you can see, this display is massive. But as you can also see how beautiful this display is. Quad HD plus display. It's absolutely phenomenal. Like Samsung, I told y'all before, and I'll tell you again, and everybody knows this that's in the tech, Samsung makes the best displays, period. Period. Everybody buys their panels from Samsung. At least most companies do. So this display is absolutely gorgeous. So far, I'm very impressed. Now, this device is a little thinner than my S4, and it's a little lighter. And I wouldn't mind if it was a little thicker, but I do appreciate that it's a little lighter because the S4 sometimes was pretty heavy. So I do like the weight of it. My favorite thing is just the display. I mean, and the speakers so far on this, and I'll go over that when I do my full review. The speakers on this thing is a beast. I mean, they sound so good and they get super loud. So I'm looking forward to it. The 120 hertz. This thing is super buttery smooth. I'm loving this. So far, I'm very, very impressed with this device. And I'll give you a full review on this in a few weeks after I use it for a little bit. And now, I normally don't take pictures, honestly, with no tablet. I mean, the tablet is humongous, so it looked really weird taking a photo with this thing. But because there's going to be some people out there that are going on to see what the cameras do, I'm going to take some photos with it and shoot a little bit of video. All right? So thank you for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. Please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. And I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.